and gentlemen, this is Andreas, your tutor again. I'm gonna continue the third lesson. This is the lesson after we finish pinging with command prompt, pinging all both two servers, 2008 and 2012, from the PC XP for this purpose, and they both ping well with no loss. It means that networkally they working properly. Now the third video is going to be the lesson. The next I'm going to show you how to add the roles. Oh yeah, let's continue adding the roles. Close the command prompt. Close the command prompt of the okay. XP. I'm going to close the XP. We don't need the Windows XP now. First let's show you Windows Server 2012. Okay, Windows 2012 Server. It's a little bit more feature friendly and more organized. It's directly from the Server Manager application. The local server, the dashboard basically from the Server Manager has everything that you need to configure properly, the roles, the features, and everything else on the server. Okay, now let's continue. I'm clicking at the dashboard. As you can see, this is a configuration of the local server. Add the roles and features. Now we're just doing the adding the roles, not setting up the roles yet. Installation types. Installation types is basically two types: remote desktop service installation, roles-based or feature-based installation, which is configured as a single server by adding the roles and the features to it. I'm going to leave it role-based or feature-based installation because we actually installing the roles to the server, and I recommend leaving like that. It's better than remote desktop server. Actually, you don't need this for this purpose. For the right configuration, leave it role-based. Okay. Click next. The next server selection is basically location. Find out the name, if it's any server located found or not. So the destinational server, this is the server. It's already highlighted, so it means the computer found that this is the server, and it shows what server is running. And I click next. Next is the server roles and the description of each roles. We're not going to talk about all the roles right now. I'm just going to teach you the Active Directory domain services, which stores information about objects on the network and makes this information available to users and network administrators. Active Directory domain service uses domain controllers to give network users an access to permitted resources anywhere on the network through a single logon process. So basically you can connect everywhere you are with a single logon connection on your Active Directory domain service if you are connected properly. I'm going to show you now. I'm going to add check-in, add the features. I'll leave it the default just the way you are. I'm not going to change anything. And the DNS server, add in the features. It already shows 3 different features for DNS. Okay, and clicking next. The features are install net. It's going to be install net framework 4.5. This is the updated version of 3.5. 4.5 is updated. And the group policy management, we're going to leave the default as it is. Remote server administrative tools. It means that you remotely can administer the server. User interface infrastructure. This is automatically server select the 2 PowerShell, the Windows PowerShell, and support. Automatically these features are going to be installed. As you can see, Active Directory domain services stores information about users, computers, and other devices on the network. Helps administrators securely manage this information and facilitates resources sharing and collaboration between the users. So Active Directory domain service is also required for directory enabled applications such Microsoft Exchange Server and other Windows Server technologies as a group policy. We're going to talk about this later. First, let's continue with next. DNS server. It shows what the DNS server is. The integration within the Active Directory domain services automatically replicates DNS data along other directory service data, making it easy to manage DNS. Click next. Configuration. Okay. Restart. I check the box. Restart the destination server if required. So basically, after adding, no, I don't need it because right now it's just an installation. Installing Active Directory domain service with the DNS server. Install. It might take a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm going to pause the video for the moment, and when it's finished I'm going to come back with you, okay? Sorry for a little bit. Now we're returning back to the video. As you can see, the roles and servers groups are installed on 2012 server, files and storage, manageability, a local server, all servers, and the DNS and Active Directory. So these are the two roles that we added. These were actually from the server before, and these are the two that we added. Okay. Now, as you can see, on the top of the server manager dashboard is also a yellow sign that say, hey, it's a notification sign. And so, okay, you install your roles and the features, but you haven't configured it yet, so the server doesn't know what they are and how they work. Okay, so now they just see promote this server to domain controller. We will click add promoting the server as a domain. Active Directory domain service configuration wizard begin. Add a domain with the three different options. A deployment operation, basically. Add domain control to an existing domain. If I have another domain, I can join this new domain to an existing one, but I don't have created yet for you guys. So, and add a new domain to an existing forest. I don't have any forest yet, because you can create a forest without a domain. And add a new forest. We're going to begin adding a new forest, completely a new domain, okay? And okay, new domain, I'm going to call them dummy 1 dot local, okay? And click next. Functionality, the forest functionality level and domain function level 2, I'll leave it both as a, if I click over here in the functional level, I have actually four. I can leave it as a 2003, 2008, 2008 R2 and 2012. Okay. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave this as 2012, okay, both. Leave it by default, and I'm creating a password. And then we continue next. The delegation is not created of the DNS. That's normal, because we just configured the server for the first time. You can see over here that the net BIOS is configured. Clicking next. Additional options. Now the path where they're going to be located at. Leave it by default. And this is your review selection, your resolution. And click next. can see over here, we're going to click and